Hey there, it's Pete C for Sample Review, and today I'm checking out Omen, Ritual Voices and War Chants by Silence+Other Sounds. The enigmatic Silence+Other Sounds are back with their latest instrument, the ever-vocal Omen. Comprising of various vocal beds, rhythms, shouts and percussion, Omen is not only a truly unique library, it is captivating. With a wide range of vocal content, Omen is as much cinematic as it is innovative, and there isn't anything quite like it. Omen will provide your compositions with unique character, brushes of darkness, and many ethereal moments. Omen downloads at 5.89 gigabytes and features 6 expert folk vocalists from all over the world. There are 8 contact instruments ranging from pads and phrase builders to rhythms and whispers. There are both standard and MPE instruments, and Omen requires the full version of Contact 5.8 or above. Currently, Omen is on sale for $49 with a normal price of $79. And here we have Omen. So after a really quick install, I've opened up the first instrument, and it's called Vocal Layers, and it sounds just like this. So straight out the box, you got that massive cinematic sound and this like really cool, just like I say, enigmatic vocal bed. So yeah, sounds absolutely great. Now let's talk about the instrument. Just on the left-hand side, we have Vocal Layers and then Rhythmic Chance. There's Phrase Builder with the War category. Then the Phrase Builder Sorcery. There's SFX Vocal Horns, Growls and Whispers, Sentences, and bonus percussions. There are also some MPE multis, which we'll talk about later. But as you can see, the GUI looks absolutely great. I have to admit, I am a huge fan of Silence+Other Sounds libraries, and I love just seeing how the GUI is evolving over time. And it's really clear to see what's going on. There are 2 layers, so layer 1, layer 2, and within each of those layers, there is an A and a B. So there's plenty of combinations. So it's almost like 4 layers going on, but with global controls for 2. That's what it seems like. So on the left-hand side, I'm playing layer 1. And then we have layer 2 on the right-hand side. And then looking at controls, you can select the volume of each layer. So let's say I'm on layer 1 and I want A to be louder. I can just move the slider up and down, and same with B. Now if I use the mod wheel, absolutely nothing happens. However, you can learn MIDI CC information. Let's say just on layer A. You hear that shimmer being controlled up and down, and you can do that for anything, which is really, really useful. So if you use multiple sort of sliders or faders, absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to bring that back up and unlearn it. So MIDI learning is really, really straightforward. You have legato mode, so you can put legato on, and on the instrument to my right, legato's already engaged, and there's this shift back. So you may have noticed when I was doing the last example, I sort of went in the middle there. If you do shift back, you can get a bit more close together. But I like them being, whoops, excuse me. I like them being in the same octave, as it were. Now, in these vocal layers, there's a really quick snapshot installation. It takes about 10 seconds, and then you have all of these different layers. So if it was me, that decay's awesome, I'd actually just learn CC, and I'd like to bring in that layer. So I'm just reaching for my sustain pedal. So let's say we've got an F. Actually, let's go for an A. Now that's a pretty incredible swell. Let's go for another one. Contemplation. Just one layer on this one. That sounds cool. Choir of the Valkyries. Lovely. Frozen Land. That sounds delightful. Oh, I've just done the orange contact window thing. Hovering Spirits. Yeah, that sounds awesome. And this is the thing, as you play through these different sounds, you just start thinking, well, where can I use this? And it's really specific, but in a great way. Yeah, like I could think of quite a few places I'd use this. Like for a video game composer, this is incredible. Obviously, if you're doing sort of different types of movies, like sort of suspense, horror, action, and it's just, yeah, it sounds brilliant. And some of these snapshots already have the CC information loaded into, so you don't have to do it on all of them, which is cool. And a few more controls. You've got the pan. You can pan the parts A and B for each layer, left and right if you want to, which is very, very cool. And you can also turn off layers just by clicking on the dots. So let's go through a few more. Keep on misclicking. Incoming prophecy. So it's already got some mod wheel action. Let's hold down a G this time. I went a bit too far there, but yeah, that sounds great. Now, the manage layers, if you want to click on the layer managing, you can move up and down as you see fit. And I've just moved everything around, which is very, very cool. And there is an auto trim setting, so you can actually expand the range. Let's bring that up. It's very, very cool. Yeah, so you can also choose whichever layers you want as well. So let's just get a couple of random ones. Yeah. So really, really simple controls, and that's the main page. Let's just go for another one. King Prophet. I was going to check something. If I reload this, go back to King Prophet, because I notice it may, yeah. So when I say it's already got the CC information loaded, it hasn't. That's me being silly. There we go. So I'm loading that in myself, which is exactly how I'd use this instrument. And that is part of the fun of just exploring these awesome instruments. Seeing what you can do with them, how you can slightly adapt them for your style. And these samples are really, really clean, and the vocal performances are just expert. That's very cool that as you go higher in pitch, or lower, or even lower than that, you notice there's no time difference, so it doesn't just speed up, because normally when a sample is mapped, it speeds up, but it is using the contact ability to change a pitch but not stretch sample. So yeah, that's ace. Let's just do one more. Valkyria Action. And that's ace because there are different samples loaded. So different phrases on the layer 2 on the right hand side. But are they on the left? So not on the left, but on the right they were there. So yeah, cool snapshot. Let's go to the Rhythmic Chance. So again, we have this gorgeous GUI. Just love these pictures. And if I was to play a single chant, as he hits the wrong key. Let's see what these key switches. Okay, so I'll say key switches. These are more. These are loops underneath. And again, these tempos sync to your DAW. That sounds incredible. I'd love to try and recreate these with my own voice. I don't think I'd do half as good a job. Actually, not even half. Let's say 10%. So they loop. And they don't. So the idea is you get a bass. And you sort of blend them together. And then you have the rhythmic drone, which you can change the volume, the drive, the low pass filter, and the RBS. It just seems to go quieter. Yeah, so you can also change tempo, make them half. So there's a bit of sample stretching going on there. It's a nice option to have. That works really well. And that one. That just sounds more evil, which, yeah, I'm completely on board with. Yeah, with the lower ones, this half tempo sounds awesome. And with the higher ones, they just sound, like I say, more evil. We could change direction. I'll play it proper tempo. Let's do these ones. I feel like I'm in the red room of a certain lodge. Yeah, it's a very veiled reference there, but there we go. And yeah, so that is essentially the Rhythmic Chance, and you can change the pitches or the pitch. Change your root key. And the amount of reverb. Oh, hello. Went a bit too big there. And yeah, this obvious. The issue I've got is I have a bit of a scaling problem with the Cubase, so I can't actually quite read that. So if anyone wants to tell me exactly what that is and what it does, that would be great. Is it resonance? It could be resonance. Whatever it does, it kind of subdues the sound. So that's cool. So that's the rhythmical chants. Now, let's move on to the phrase builder war. Brilliant. So I'm just going to bring this up a little bit. So when I said this is a really unique instrument, this is a phrase builder for war chanting. You set to your samples, and you can just go wherever you want. So let's go mix these up a little bit. Set the timing. So it could be quarter note or half notes. Crotchets or minims. And then press the green key and it will loop. Probably got loop selected. I mean, that's just epic. So if you smash some reverb on there. Yeah, that's great. And they can do triplets. So against the DAW, that would sound, let's say, in triplets. Length. So you can change the length of the chanting. So you can have just the same chant over and over again if you really want. And if you want to just randomize, go for it. I'm just grinning away. That's so cool. It's something which I've never seen in an instrument. I've seen phrase builders and I've seen some like sort of chanty instruments, but nothing quite like this. Yeah, if you're sort of making obviously war music, yeah, this is just great. In orchestral epics, this would be so cool. Yeah, I love it. And again, you can change the pitch. The latest filter. So let's go really quite bassy. Actually, I'm just going to sit that on the mod wheel. There we go. Don't have to rely on my mouse skills there. Fantastic. There's our, it's an RES, I can read it a little bit better now. Let's just put that on. Remove that one. There we go. And you got leak as well, so I'm guessing that will, if I turn the reverb right off. And then bring the leak down. I'm just gonna, I can't learn that. I presume the link, not the link, the leak will be between the phrases. I can move it now. There we go. Yeah, so the samples are cutting off completely, whereas here they seem to overlap. Almost like a crossfade, which is really, really clever and very, very useful, especially when you're playing at faster tempos. I'm in 120 BPM in my DAW, so yeah, really cool function to have. It's like Silence+Other sounds have thought about everything. So let's go Sorcery. So it's the same idea. I'm just going to randomize it. That's very, very evil. Let's have some reverb, not too much. I do like this reverb. It can go really, really big. Yeah, that's incredible. Fantastic. Let's go for the vocal horns, which are very intriguing. Silence+Other Sound did Malventum, which was all about sort of war horns, and that was ace. So I'm really interested to see what they've done with the vocals. Okay, so it is, in true Silence+Other Sound tradition, very, very disturbing. And this is their trademark. If you've used their other libraries, I really got into them when Stringgate came out, and it was one of my favourite horror libraries ever. And then I think Pain Piano followed a couple of libraries later, and Pain Piano is just like pure horror. Put those together, you get this horror stuff, and obviously Omen isn't horrific all the way through. In fact, it's all obviously chants and war phrases, and yeah, very, very cool. And then you get this trademark sound design in there as well. So value for money wise, $49 when it's on sale at the moment is incredible for what you're getting. I mean, what's that all about? That's awesome. and that one. And let's say you want to mess around with the volume. I mean, that is disturbing. And again, you can change the pitch. Let's go quite low. Let's go down an octave. Let's go another octave. So yeah, you get all these really clever controls. You can change a key to suit your DAW. Oh yeah, there's a slider there. And again, the speed doesn't change. And everything's just really, really straightforward to look at. Obviously, you've got your volume, your pitch controls, you can adjust the attack and the release, you can change the sample start, you can reverse it if you really want to. Let's reverse one. I did not click reverse. Ah, yeah, move it over. Back in the red room again. That's a Twin Peaks reference if no one got that from before. Everything's in reverse, and this really reminds me of that sort of like really evil, gnarly, horrible noise going on. I'm finding it quite chilling just playing through these. Click extend. And it will play these at different pitches. Or will it? Actually it doesn't, but it extends. What's going on there? B. Let's go down to an E. Ah, it is. So it's playing the sample. That's really low. That's the lowest C. So you can hear it's low and resonant. And then up here. But it's keeping the key center, so it's not changing the pitches, it's changing the... almost like the octave. That's very cool. And they got the different filters, the res control again, LFO rate, and then the different shapes, as it were. Convolution reverb, you can choose all of these different reverbs, so it's pretty cool, and adjust the reverb as you see fit, and then you can set global controls for everything on there. Yeah, like I say, part of the fun of these libraries is just going through and messing about and playing, and yeah, this is very, very cool. So Growls and Whispers, and let's have a listen. Obviously. I'm going to go for a bit more... bring up the wet a little bit. I'm not going to resize the contact window, but yeah, so just bring up the reverb in the mix. got to see what... It's at the start. Yeah. And again, controls really straightforward. That's really quite freaky. Let's go to sentences. And like I say, as I'm going through this, it's just getting more and more disturbing. In a good way. Okay. That did actually make me jump a little bit. Let's try again.
Agash. In Lauren Dash. Kedish. Shock. Yadinish. Igadu. Renegade.
Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum. Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum.
Igandanu. Sidaru came. Shaliki. Uganda. Igda. Agended. Reiniki. Igda. Agenden. Reiniki. Iroga. Dagish. Oronalash. Lajinaliki. Lakini.
So it's not the kind of thing you're going to throw into your next, you know, string quartet or, I don't know, dramedy cue. But my goodness, this is, yeah, I'm actually really lost for words. This is outstanding. It sounds horrible, but like I say, in the nicest way possible. And as you play through, you can hear all of the 6 different singers represented in their phrases. But I mean,
Amen. Harkenail.
that's just angry.
Colon. Aim to Ash.
That's freaky.
Ash. Kinda. And now. Sidaru came. Shaliki. Igda. Amen. Sidaru. Shock.
Like the different timbres are awesome.
Edena Agash.
All right.
Shokyodinish. Igda. Agende. Hendakan. Oron. Colon.
Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum. Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum.
I mean, that's just possessed.
Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum.
Let's get a bit of reverb on that one. Oh, hello. That went a bit far, that one.
Minejolkas sartsoikai hetum.
Yeah. So that's the sentences. And then you get percussion. So I'm just going to bring down the contact instrument just in case. That's very low. So some pretty awesome loops. So like the mid drums and then the high drums. We'll just start putting it all together. Yeah, and that blends seamlessly. So also you got to line them up in your DAW. Otherwise it will sound out of time. Quite want to put that into some kind of EDM track. I don't know why. Would be a bit different. But yeah, these percussions sound cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So they are the 8 main instruments. Now, if you own an MPE device, you can have MPE versions of all of these. So I've got my rollers going. So MPE, you can sort of strike, slide, move around and adjust loads of different multiple parameters just using your fingers. So there's 4 different layers there, and you can control them by sliding, in my case, using C boards up and down. Depending how much pressure you have going on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, if I open Arcane Mountain, it just shows how this works. So I'm moving up and down on the key, and it's adjusting the B layer of the first layer, I guess. And then the A layer on layer 2. Strange effects there. So you can see how that works, and you have all of these different MPE versions. And I'm a huge fan of MPE. So I get some really cool sort of different nuances now, and it takes on a different level really. So let's just go one more. That reverb, that's awesome. So I think there's 40, I think there's more than 40 actually, MPE. I'm just going to do one last one. So Sibylla. If you do play these on your regular controller, still get some very cool sounds, but it is obviously designed for MPE. That's very disturbing. I am very impressed. So my final thoughts about Omen by Silence and Other Sounds. Out the box, it sounds brilliant. The sampling is really, really clean. It's really different, and these are voices that have never been sampled before. It is quite a niche product in, like I say, you're not going to put this in your latest jazz piano piece, but if you're a cinematic composer or a video game composer, having these sounds in your arsenal would be absolutely amazing. If you're just a composer like me, just wants to have fun, this instrument is so much fun. It just is disturbing in places, it sounds gorgeous in other places, and it's just really, really enjoyable to play with. So all the sounds contained are fantastic. The instrument design is incredible. I love the evolution of Silence and Other Sounds libraries. They're just getting better and better and cleaner and easier to use. So, for example, the vocal layers. I talked about all the controls on here and actually didn't talk about these 4 buttons down here. If you click on edit, you can edit the attack, the release, the filters. On the mapping, you can control all the CC assignments, and then on the effects, you can choose your convolution reverbs. It's so simple. You can pick this up. You don't need a manual. You can just go through and play with it. But really, what sells it for me is the sound design. And Silence and Other Sounds are masters of sound design. Ever since their early libraries, it's been something different, something unique, and yeah, it's just getting better and better. I mean, the last libraries, Malventum and Pain Piano, they were incredible, and this is just going next level. So yeah, very impressed. Will I use this in my template? Well, I'm not going to use it, you know, in my orchestral template, for example, but if I'm doing cinematic composing, I need these really, really sort of dark, gnarly voices, and to add some uniqueness to my work, this is going to be coming out hell of a lot. All that leaves me to do is say thank you so much for checking out this review of Omen by Silence and Other Sounds. If you like what you heard, feel free to leave us a like and drop us a comment in the comment section. If you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, check out our other videos, and then head over to samplibreview.com to check out everything that's going on in the world of virtual instruments. Until next time, have a great day and speak soon.